My name is Vivienne. I'm a fashion designer as well as being a fashion business consultant. I've been in Euroart for I think probably 2 or 3 years now, and I design sustainable clothing. I went back to university 3 years ago and did a Masters in Fashion Futures, and my project I worked on designing for older women. I try to work with sustainable materials. This is bamboo. I also have some recycled denim pieces, and I also make everything in London, so I have people that work from home doing it, and I also have a manufacturer that will make me small runs of things. I just tend to follow my own beat really and just work on what I like. I do look at, I really like the 40s and 50s for the tailoring, so I do look at that, but then it needs to be modernised, so it needs to be done in a new way. I've always done kind of distressed things, so I've got, in this collection there's a lot of frayed edges, but I actually also did that in the 90s when I first started. There was no one really doing it then. And I've always been interested in zippers and snaps and, you know, studs and metal and things like that. A few years ago I was looking at maybe changing professions actually, because I've been in the fashion industry more than 25 years. I wanted to go back to university to kind of update my skills, and I found a course that was about ethics and sustainability. And actually years ago I used to have a studio on Brick Lane in the 90s, and I used to make some recycled pieces. In fact, that is one of my pieces there that was in Elle magazine, and that's made from shelving, metal shelving, steel shelving. It's a steel piece. But I used to actually make clothing with and put tin cans on them and stuff like rivet stuff on them. Most people don't know this, but fashion is the second most toxic industry after the oil industry. So I just felt that, you know, if I was going to carry on in the industry, that I needed to make some changes. I've been working in sustainable fashion since I left university in 2013, and the pieces actually that I have here were my final collection. At the time I was looking at just developing key pieces. I identified that you know, women of a certain age already have a wardrobe, and I'm not really advocating that they buy a whole wardrobe every season. I just think that if you buy beautiful pieces that are well made, they last many years. So what I looked at was the idea that actually all you would need to do each season is maybe update your wardrobe with a few key pieces. So for example, a beautiful white shirt or a trench coat or a biker jacket. In all the oceans around the world, the scientists have found plastics, and it's attributed to laundering. So we have this whole thing of wearing something once and then putting it in the washing machine. With a lot of mixed fibre garments, the fibres, about 2,000 fibres migrate from a garment into the wash table. That's per garment. The way to look at, you know, how you can help with that is first of all to try and find good quality fabrics that are sustainable. So you might want to use cottons or linens. I think that really it's a case of supporting independent designers that are producing good quality products that will last you for years, as opposed to shopping in the high street. They don't use very good fabrics, and the clothes are only meant to be worn a couple of times before they fall apart. I do try to be sustainable in everything that I'm doing, but it's not possible with the nature of the industry as it is. Sometimes if you try to use really sustainable materials, they're obviously more expensive, and you're also saying you're manufacturing in the UK, that's much more expensive. Then you're not able to make a product that can actually sell because it's too expensive for anyone to be able to buy it. So you know, you kind of have to pick what elements you're going to use. So you just have to look at what the elements you can improve on. In regards to sustainability, the only way that there's going to be any major change is through government legislation. I also work on the ethos of design for disassembly. So, you know, I would use the best components I can find. So the zips from Switzerland, the studs, the snaps are from Germany, but they're the best quality. So that if any time you decided you didn't want that garment anymore, you could deconstruct it and use those pieces again, because they would last for a lifetime.